Okay, welcome back to the channel. We've got a lot going on. So over the last week or so, I think it's been about 10 days since I've put a video up on YouTube. We've also got a TikTok channel, so check us out on TikTok, Boats and Hose and Mow on TikTok. And we do a lot of shorter stuff over there, just little updates, sometimes one or two a day, but it's little short stuff. And we're trying to grow that channel over there, but we've got these there they are, seedling benches here. And so let's take a look at that, plus what else we got going on. So here's some of the 300 trays. We're going to be growing some seedlings for a client. And we had these old hydroponic supports, and they're various heights because on hydroponics you want a slope from top to bottom for drainage. And so what we did was he took the tall ones, all the same height, and made one row, and then the medium ones made a row, and the small ones. So they'll sit on here like this. We've posted this video, and some of our watchers or viewers and subscribers came back and said, you definitely want to have some screen wire. It's called hardware cloth. It's kind of the 1/2-inch squares. And anyway, that way you don't make a mistake, and if you pull one of these, it doesn't fall through to the floor. These are actually radishes. So these are cherry bell radishes. We saw in one of our greenhouse grower magazines where they had done a field trial growing them in flats, and they had all kinds of data on how fast they would grow and germination, etc. These are Johnny's Rovers, and so we're going to try growing some in flat. So you can do that math. That's 50, and this is a 28 flat. We're going to see if they grow better in these bigger compartments, or if they grow okay. We only want to grow them to cherry size, and they'll kind of fill up that. And anyway, so that'll make the 50 cell will probably make about 7 bundles, and this one will make probably about 5 bundles, more or less, and depending on what size we get them to. And so that'll allow us to grow some of these indoors all year round. And so we're always experimenting. Let's take a look at our lettuce this week, see what we got going on there. So we've harvested a few cases. We've got some germinating. We've got some, looks like we got some oak leaf. We got some romaines. We got some green leaf lettuce. Summer crisp, I think that is. Some more romaines, and just a mix of romaines and leaf. Most of our clients like that. We've got some new starts here. We got some old, that was over Christmas, New Year's, and unfortunately we ate some of that ourselves, but we got a few left over. We'll be pulling those. We'll chop them up for the compost pile, and we'll continue down here. Also, probably since the last update, we started extending this drain line. It'll also then 90 degree over into our reservoir there. You can see we've got a T capped off. We'll actually do our spaghetti tube feed also. Still not sure. I've got a really large pump, 8,000 gallon per hour. And so I think during the calculations, it's enough to feed both of these racks of lettuce. So we'll see, but we can always, drop a second pump in the reservoir and pump it to both sides if needed. So tomorrow I got one of our helpers coming in. We'll be finishing up that drain line. We'll build this rack. Your tomatoes and cucumbers are still doing okay, even after we got down to, I think we got down one morning to 8 degrees. We had about 3 or 4 days of really cold. Our heaters are in, and they're doing well. I'll show you in a minute. We got our secondary propane tank that is dedicated now to the greenhouses. All right, we got our second tank that's dedicated to the greenhouse put in today. I only had to pull the delivery truck to the tank out twice. It got stuck as we've had a tremendous amount of rain the last few days. But anyway, now we've got a separate system feeding the greenhouses, dedicated to the greenhouses on the business side. Residential tank now, exclusively residential. And so we'll be able to run all of our heat and ultimately our propane generator off of that system. When I initially put this in, I thought the racks were going to start up here, but they didn't. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this, and this obviously will drain all the way down for this rack of hydroponics. What we're gonna do then is we're gonna actually put a T in here. We're gonna drop it down and it'll go out and under the base wall, or through the base wall, and just drain outside. I'm gonna build a small rack here, and then this is the spaghetti tubing for the next rack we'll assemble back behind me that I just showed you a minute ago. But anyway, then what we're gonna do is build a little stand here, and we'll be able to bring about 10 to 20 trays. We'll be able to rinse them and wash them, and the residue will go down, drain, and it'll go outside the greenhouse. So we'll actually separate it from that, because we don't want that nasty stuff going back into the reservoir. So we'll use this section of drain for cleaning. So after we empty these, right now we're just kind of storing them over here out of the way. We'll bring them here, we'll clean them, and then we'll stage them turned upside down so they don't get dirt and dust inside the channel. And then when we're ready to continue to plant, we'll just keep on going on further down, and then certainly on down this rack this way as well. Try to leave this open so as we harvest, you know, we can just go in there and harvest. But at some point we'll be pulling the lettuces out this way, putting them across the walkway, and doing our harvest that way. So this will start to get filled back up with new transplants once we kind of get full to the other end, and then we'll come back here. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. It really helps us out when you do that. We get a lot of people that watch the channel, but not a lot of people subscribe. I think about only 10% of our watchers actually subscribe. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, you know, click that subscribe button. It really helps us grow the channel. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And if you hit the alarm bell, since we don't do regular updates yet, you know, a lot of YouTube channels, they'll do a release or a video on a certain day, a certain time. We're not that mature yet, so we just put them out as we can in between everything else we got going on. So if you hit that notification bell, it'll just let you know when we posted up a new video. So thanks for doing that. Thanks for following along. And until our next video, thanks, and thanks for watching.